What could light intensity do for your videos? Light intensity, or how bright your light source is, plays a critical role in the quality of your videos. Light intensity refers to the light's brightness. Measured in lumens, it determines the amount of light that illuminates your subject, directly affecting the clarity and visual tone of your scenes. To manage your light intensity, dim your light source. Some lights have adjustable brightness. If your light's brightness is adjustable, adjust it to fit your scene. If your light's brightness isn't adjustable, simply move it further away from your subject. The distance between your light and the subject can significantly change the intensity of the light falling on them, allowing you to achieve the desired effect without needing to change the light source itself. If you can control your light's intensity, you'll have the tools you need to take your video from amateur to professional. This is just one of 8 videos from our Lighting for Beginners course, but there's so much more to learn. As a VideoMaker Plus member, you'll get access to over 45 courses on every aspect of video production, like our course on basic shooting. It, like this one, will help you take your videos to the next level. And right now, you can get free unlimited access. Just click on this card and sign up now. Don't miss this chance to take your videos to the next level. Your camera's exposure is directly affected by your light's intensity. It's a key factor determining how well your video is exposed. Exposure refers to the amount of light that reaches the camera's sensor. When light intensity is high, your camera's sensor receives a flood of photons, making the image bright and well lit. On the flip side, low light intensity means fewer photons hit the sensor, resulting in a darker, possibly underexposed shot. Here we have 2 scenes. The first is an exterior of a building on a bright sunny day versus a subject in a dimly lit room. The sunny day showers your scene in photons, ensuring everything is visible and vibrant. In contrast, the dim room offers scant photons, demanding adjustments to avoid losing detail in the shadows. With the right light intensity, you can achieve the perfect exposure for your scene. What's the best way to measure your light intensity? Using a light meter. Your camera is equipped with a built-in light meter that continuously assesses the intensity of the light in your scene. It provides recommendations on how to set your exposure based on its evaluation. For even greater accuracy, use a standalone light meter. Unlike your camera's built-in meter, it operates independently and offers precise measurement of light intensity in any environment. This allows you to manually configure your camera settings for the best possible exposure. If you're new to video production, you need to know how to use zebras to prevent overexposure. Zebra stripes are not just patterns in the animal kingdom. They're a critical tool in videography. Designed to indicate areas of overexposure in your frame, appearing as diagonal stripes on your camera's LCD screen or viewfinder, they highlight parts of the image that are receiving too much light. Using zebras is straightforward. When you frame your shot, keep an eye on the zebra patterns that appear. These patterns specifically target areas where detail is at risk of being lost to overexposure. By adjusting your camera's exposure settings, you can reduce the intensity of the stripes, ensuring that all parts of your image are properly exposed with preserved details. If you want to expose your video correctly, use your camera's waveform monitor. This tool graphs the luminance levels of your image, transforming the way you manage exposure. The graph displays brightness levels across your image from left to right. The vertical axis represents luminance, with the bottom indicating black and the top white. A well-balanced exposure means your waveform is spread evenly across the scale, avoiding any peaks that might clip at the extremes, which indicate over or underexposure. Focusing on midtones, which should sit around the center of the graph, is key to maintaining a natural look. It's also vital to keep your eye on your highlights and shadows to capture all the details without blowing out or losing information in the darks. By using the waveform monitor and adjusting your camera setting accordingly, you can nail the exposure for every shot. Using a histogram is an easy way to instantly improve your shots. They're graphical representations that showcase the distribution of brightness levels across your image, helping you nail the right exposure every time. It's quite simple to use a histogram. It plots the tonal distribution from shadows on the left to highlights on the right, aiming for a histogram that spreads nicely across the range without peaking too sharply at either end prevents clipping. Clipping in the shadows or highlights means losing detail where either you can't see into the dark areas or lose definition in the bright spots. By keeping an eye on the histogram while adjusting your camera settings, whether it's the aperture, shutter speed, or ISO, you can assure every part of your image is well exposed. This comparison of light sources will completely change how you perceive lighting. Let's see how different lights illuminate a subject and the transformative power of adjusting light intensity. Starting with an iPhone light, the harsh initial illumination softens as we adjust the distance. Next, a lamp's light bulb casts a warm glow, Modifying its intensity or position can either accentuate warmth or diminish shadows. Overhead office lights initially offer even lighting. Slight adjustments introduce depth by creating soft shadows and adds dimension to the subject. A single video light, tailored for production, significantly alters the subject look with minor tweaks in intensity and angle. Adjusting each light's intensity will dramatically impact your scenes.